Masters of the Universe. I can't believe you...
I couldn't believe there was a commentary on it.
I can't believe you bought it,
I only
Try.
found it at 1 a.m. It's got Courtney Cox in it.
Courtney Cox, is that why you bought it?
It was her first film.
Okay. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. XFM. Now, Joe, I'm quite happy this week for a number of reasons, just the joy of being alive. Plus, as well, I won my very first confrontation with a member of the general public this week.
Oh, well done. What, during one of your gigs?
No, it was just in the street. Well, in fact, it was in Sainsbury's car park.
Right.
And I was going shopping on Sunday morning with my son, Frank, in the back. And it was really busy. Sainsbury's 9 Elms. It was absolutely jammed. And the car right in front of me, I was heading towards the parents and children bay, parking bay, and the car in front of me just slipped in to the space that was vacated by a mother and her child.
What a sod.
And of course, sure enough, the guy that gets out of his car...
No child.
No child.
Oh, what an...
you know...
Naughty man.
Naughty man. So I just thought, I'm sorry, but I really need this space, you know, because I had some time pressure, pressure of stress, legitimate reason for needing the space, you know what I mean? So I just wound down my window, said politely, sorry, excuse me, mate, that's the parents and child bay, parking bay. And he said, so what? But it's all full.
Good point.
And I said, what? How is that a good point?
Don't know, I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. And I said, yeah, but, you know, I'm sorry if it's full. I'm sure another space will come up elsewhere in the car park, but I need to park there.
So you're being a gentleman, you're taking the higher ground, you're being very polite.
taking the high ground, being dead polite, and maintain the whole confrontation at top levels of politeness.
So he says...
No swearing. He says, I don't care. Basically, he just says, well, people are parking everywhere. I said, well, they're not parking in the parents and children bays, because, you know, unless they've got children. And he goes, so go in and tell them in the shop then. So I said, what's your problem, man?
What is his problem?
Trying to be really calm. And he said, no, I've got no problem, you know, I've got no problem. I said, what, you just don't...
So you said to him, what's your problem?
I said, what is your problem?
That's code for I'm gonna hit you.
Well, no, I tried to say...
You realise that?
No, I said it. I said, do you reckon it is?
What's your problem? I haven't got a problem.
No, I didn't say...
What you say? I've got a problem. What's your problem? That's fine. That's fist language.
No, it isn't, because you see, I said it like a genuine inquiry.
Right.
Excuse me, sir, I'd like to know what your problem is.
Yes.
I don't understand...
Like a doctor.
Like a doctor, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand where you're coming from on this whole you've parked in my space issue. So he said, I've got no problem. I said, right, I think you just don't care about anyone else, is that right?
You said that to him?
Yeah. I said, you just don't care about anyone else, right?
Oh.
And it got
That's a good line, because you can't, I mean, that's quite an accusation.
Yeah. And that sent him reeling.
What did he say?
Could
he speak?
He couldn't speak for a little while. Wow. And when he did speak, he just said, it's not that I don't care about anyone else, and then he went to his car and he moved it.
No.
That's amazing.
That's like a Steven Spielberg film.
Yeah. I am the king.
That's extraordinary.
And there was no swearing, there was no punching.
And now he cares. Maybe it's your beard.
Maybe your beard.
Maybe when you grow a big beard, you get Jesus powers.
Maybe I do.
Maybe you're Jesus.
Oh my God. I don't think I am Jesus fans, but still, it was pretty amazing. And I was just wondering if anyone out there had won any confrontations of their own recently, and what kind of incidents as well would make you intervene? Like, what would you take a stand on? Because usually that's the kind of thing you might just forget about.
Was this man physically threatening looking? Was he a little old man?
No, he wasn't. He was definitely could have punched me quite hard in the face, yeah.
Could he?
He was quite frightening. So I'm wondering, like, would you intervene if you saw some happy slapping?
Oh, wow. Well, that's a whole different conversation.
This is a whole different conversation, yeah. Or would you intervene if you saw some...
It depends.
Some littering, for example?
I tend to... this is a long conversation, Alan Buxton.
Okay, I'm throwing open the floodgates for the second
just keep
hour.
asking the questions. We'll answer them after a record.
Would you intervene if you saw a really crap presenter doing a wind-up vox pop for a Channel 4 show?
That's a good one.
You know, I'd just like to hear from anyone who would intervene in these situations.
So many questions.
I'd be curious to know how it went. Now, we've got some fall tickets to give away later on. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to give them away. Maybe we can, you know, wind this together in some clever, ludicrous way. But it's an opportunity to play a song by The Fall. This is a cover of a track by someone called S. Bend. I don't know anything about S. Bend, but it's called I'm Going to Spain, and it's kind of the lighter side of The Fall.
that's exciting music. Who's that band called, Adam?
That's my block party.
Oh, they're the latest thing. That's very exciting. This is Adam and Joel on XFM.
Before that, man, you
What?
heard the Coldplay
The Coldplay, wow, I'm privileged.
and Speed of Sound.
50 minutes left of our show. We've got Digits in the Dock coming up, obviously. Can I just make another point?
Go on, then.
Like prank shows on telly, right? Sort of celebrity did anyone see Celebrity Stitch Up, is what I'm trying to say.
What was that?
Celebrity Stitch Up is a weird ITV show. Basically, the whole Stitch Up genre is dying.
Well, just when you think it's dying,
well,
they find some new way of reviving it.
Obviously, it was big in the 80s with Beadle and stuff, and it's going through its sort of death throes. And as a result, there are lots of different little Stitch Up shows. But the problem with these little Stitch Up shows is no one knows what these shows are. So that key Stitch Up moment, when the prank's been played, and if it was Beadle suddenly appears, and you see him and you instantly realise what's happened, that moment is sort of becoming very weird on some of these shows. For instance, Celebrity Stitch Up is an ITV show where celebrities like Greg Rudetsky, is that how you say it?
The tennis player,
He's a
is he?
tennis player, yeah. He got stitched up. But the problem with the show is there's no presenter.
Right.
So the moment of the reveal is really odd. Plus, it's not a very famous show. So poor old Greg Rudetsky's had his cats kidnapped or something. And it's gone on for ages, and it's really not that good.
He's been punked.
And suddenly, the fake vet, turns around and goes, do you want your cats back? There's a camera there, and a camera there, and a camera there, and a camera there. And Greg goes, oh, what? What? And he sort of expects the guy to go, the guy goes, you've been stitched up for ITV. And Rudetsky goes, oh, what, Ant and Dec? The guy goes, no.
Does he really say Ant and Dec?
Well, no, because it's very weirdly edited. They've obviously cut this exchange out, but
Oh, I
they
see.
obviously had
Yeah,
it. He's
yeah.
gone, Ant and Dec? They go, no, not Ant and Dec.
Tom Jolly?
Is it Tom Jolly, Channel 4? No,
Have I
not
been
Tom Jolly.
punked?
Have I been punked? Is this a gotcha? Noel's Gotchas. Are they bringing Noel's Gotchas back? No, it's just a Celebrity Stitch Up show on ITV. It's just called Celebrity Stitch Up. Doesn't it really have a presenter? Oh, when's it going out? 11.
It's just
on
a
Wednesday.
broadcast
Oh.
pilot. Probably won't get commissioned.
Yeah. And it's the same. Anyway, that's the end of my rant, basically. But it's now become one of the most enjoyable bits of Stitch Up shows, is how awkward the revelation is when there's sort of no presenter or name and no one knows what the show is, really.
It's tough, isn't it? Because you don't want to be a spoil sport and just say, well, you're not using it.
Well, bring back Beadle, I say. Poor old Beadle's very ill, apparently.
Is he? What's wrong
He's
with
been
him?
diagnosed with leukemia or something really bad.
Oh, man.
He was such a hero of ours in the 80s. Still is a bit of a hero of ours. Bring back Beadle, you know, because that was a brilliant idea. The second you saw his happy furry face,
Yeah.
you knew exactly what was going on.
Absolutely. He was the master of getting those things exactly
He
right.
was.
And doing really amazingly elaborate ones. Everyone's got their favourite Beadle stunt. What was yours, Joe?
My favourite Beadle stunt was where he arranged an entire wedding, and everybody at the wedding, apart from this photographer, was fake.
Oh, yeah,
And the photographer had to marry the woman. It was a sort of gang wedding, wasn't it? And he was pressured into marrying the woman. Can you imagine how surreal that would be, to be in that event, and every single person in it is conspiring against you?
A lot of Beatles
Couple of
things
hundred
like
people.
stumbled into the realm of art.
They really do. It's like the Truman Show before the Truman Show even happened. Big
Man,
Brother
I'm
before
sorry to
that.
hear he's ill. I hope he gets better. Okay, well, here's a bit of music for you right now. Who is this spy? I'm not very good at this still, am I? This whole DJing business.
Isn't it British Sea Power?
It's
with Please
British.
Stand Up?
Yeah, British Sea Power. Here we go. Marvellous.
Now, they're very good. I've seen them live, British Sea Power.
Have you?
Yeah, they're fantastic live. I saw them supporting... Oh, I've even forgotten their names. The band that have the big party and the balloons and people dressed as animals.
Super Furries.
Yeah, what? Flaming Lips, that's right. They were supporting the Flaming Lips. I thought they sort of played the Flaming Lips off the stage.
I've heard that from a lot of people. The Flaming Lips are an unknown quantity as
Well,
far
the
as...
Flaming Lips, when he was... What is it he sings to? Don't you realise?
Every day
yes, I
we'll
do.
die.
Shut up. I don't need you to tell me. Anyway, I like British Sea Power a lot.
Well, that's good, man. I didn't know you went to rock and roll gigs.
Yeah, well, just the one.
Are you going to go to the fall? Now, if you want tickets for the fall, we haven't really thought of a good kind of competition. Maybe if you're just a fall Maddie, you should phone up and impress us with, give us a reason why you should have the fall tickets. Simple as that, really.
Can't think of a fall text competition.
Not really, because, people...
We were going to have people send in fall-style poetry, but we've only got 11 minutes now.
It's difficult, isn't it? Or maybe do a Mark E. Smith impression.
Well, 11 minutes till 1:30, and at 1:30 it's ditties. It's time to think about ditties. That's how the show is segmented up. Lila, producer.
It's not that strict.
Honestly. Well, yes, it is. Okay.
0871 222 1049. Lila, do people has it just been a whole week of people going, "Hey, Lila"?
Slightly, yes.
Yeah.
It gets funnier every time.
Yeah. And you know that the beginning of that song, it's just like Street Fighting Man, isn't it? Everywhere you hear the sound. That's the new Oasis single.
Yeah.
And you know the Kelly Osbourne single? It's exactly the same as Visage. You know that track?
I haven't heard it yet.
Which is the one, Fade to Grey. She's got basically nicked the melody from Fade to Grey. You know, anyway, she's doing her best, and that's the main thing. But I wanted to ask you, Joe, have you seen The Farm at all on Channel 5 this week? Are you avoiding it, or just haven't caught it yet?
I just haven't caught it yet.
Well, The Farm is Channel 5's reality show, for those of you who don't know.
I know who's on it. Emma B, La Cicciolina, the Italian porn politician.
Cicciolina.
Keith Harrison Orville.
Yeah.
Lionel Blair.
Yeah.
Is this right so far?
Correct.
That's all I know, actually. Emma B, I said her already, did I?
Yeah.
Who is Emma B?
I think Emma B is a DJ or something.
No, she's a topless model.
She's a topless model. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Topless model.
Anyway, what happened on it?
And Ron Jeremy, the porn
There you
star,
go,
is
yep,
on there.
yep.
I don't really like seeing Ron Jeremy on a reality show.
He's not getting his bits out, though, is he?
No, he's
Well,
not.
you prefer to see him with his bits out?
No, I don't want to see anything of him. He's like Jabba the Hutt, and he's frightening. Jabba the Hutt who hasn't shaved, and he seems like a nice enough guy, and he's pretty funny and all, but I've seen some of his films.
Yeah.
So all I can imagine is him, like, working. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I was curious to see Keith Harrison Orville on there, because we worked with Keith Harrison Orville. We haven't worked with Ron Jeremy recently, but we have worked with Keith Harrison Orville. We went to New Zealand with them over a year ago now to shoot an advert, when you know, our careers were really going crazy for a while there. And I remember Keith saying that he had just passed up the chance to be on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Well, he said he wouldn't do it because he wouldn't sort of lower himself to that, didn't he?
Yeah, and it turned out that
So
it was
they offered him a huge amount of money, and he refused to do it because that would be sort of...
he passed up basically the best series of I'm a Celebrity, the one with John Lydon and Peter Andre and Jordan.
Now he's on the farm.
Now he's on the farm with Ron Jeremy.
Wow.
That's not a step up, Keith.
No, but there are lovely... Orville's got his own bed, hasn't he?
Yeah.
His own little bed. I like that.
He's got his own little bed, and yesterday Keith was taking nude shots with Orville apparently balanced on his willoy.
No.
So
He'll stop at nothing, will
I
he,
don't
Keith?
see that that's a step up, Keith.
He hates the bird.
You
He
reckon?
hates that bird. He does.
That damn bird.
He hates that. He genuinely hates the bird. It's like that Anthony Hopkins film, Magic, without the supernatural thing, just quite banal hatred and resentment.
Wow. Well, you should watch The Farm, see if that comes through.
Okay.
This is Adam and Joe on XFM.
XFM.
That's the Kaiser Chiefs. Every day I love you less and less. This is Adam and Joe here on XFM on a Saturday afternoon. A little bit of housekeeping now. The Fall tickets. Enjoy the gig. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Actually, I'm not sure. The Fall, one of those bands you never quite know what you're going to get, but it's never less than interesting. This week, couple of dates for your diary. I've got a new jingle for this. This is like things that you should watch on TV, Joe.
Okay.
Here we go.
Open up the diary and pop a little note in. Here's a telly program that you really must watch.
Jeepers creepers.
It's quite gay, isn't it?
That's extraordinary.
I thought we needed a...
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I just, yeah. Do you wish I hadn't?
No, it's good. It's just very odd.
It is a bit odd, isn't it? I'm sorry.
It's odd, but let's face it, it's a slightly odd Saturday today, isn't it? Everything's a bit odd today.
Why are you feeling odd?
I don't know. You feel ill.
A little bit.
The weather's non-committal.
Yeah.
We've all turned up wearing black polo tops.
It's fun though. Let's celebrate. Oh, the weirdness. I don't know. I was going to say though that people should put a date in their diary for a couple of TV shows that look good this week.
Okay, what are they?
Armando Iannucci's show, The Thick of It.
Right.
Which is supposedly a kind of Yes Minister meets Larry Sanders.
It's a heavy, super intelligent political actorama, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
but
got trailers with Chris Langham.
Yeah.
Delivering very dry funny lines.
and Peter Capaldi. But it's, you know, it's funny. It's a comedy.
Comedy
It's,
for grown-ups.
partly improvised, apparently, and but no, it looks good. I've heard very good reports about it. People have
It looks
seen
prestige.
It's on BBC 4 on Thursday, this coming Thursday.